Well, hello YouTube, and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Today, I'm going to show you how I am doing Stamp-A-Stacks. I am actually stamping 200, not all in this video. I'm going to show you a stack I've started, how I'm going to finish it, and how I prep for this. So, we are featuring the Easter Friends stamp set. And I'm going to be using the bunny. This also is showing you how to mix retired products with current products. So I am using some retired products like the Thoughtful Blooms stamp set and the little punch that did this little flower. And I am also featuring the Paper Blooms DSP. Let me give you a quick thumb through all of that. Okay, I am using pale papaya ink and early espresso ink. Cardstock, however, is a very old one because I had quite a bit. Apricot Appeal, and I have plenty of it. And I'm using basic white. The dies I'm using are the Stitch So Sweetly. I'm using the two largest, making sure I thought I had something. I did. One of my little flowers are stuck on there. So blends, I am using pale papaya and mint macaron. So let me show you how I I'll give you a little highlight. This is part of my Stamp-A-Stack. I am doing 200 Easter cards for the hub, my senior center. And this year, I think we're going to do tag likes. I'm going to talk to her tonight at the little bingo that they hold there. I'm going to see what she thinks about doing a tag. I'll show you the product. Now, as you can see, this is all retired cardstock in here, okay? And I love using it for projects like this. So I have 2 stacks of 100. This is my finished project, and I think it is lovely. The difference is this was my first one, and this was in Versamark, and I chose to go with stamping it. Makes it a little deeper in the pale papaya, which goes absolutely lovely on Apricot Appeal. So if you have some of those, don't be afraid to mix them. I also did a little corner punch that I had because I'm really thinking that'd be a cute tag for the Easter baskets they're handing out. So let's get started. I have a whole bunch of Stitch So Sweetly, the second largest die, which my little bunny, I'll show you real quick, fits gorgeous on there. So we have that too, but let's start at the beginning. Brand new piece of cardstock. We're going to open up the pale papaya. And this is also a great idea to use if you don't have this. Look through your paper pumpkin supplies. I was thinking of that today. I'm going to do some videos on utilizing our paper pumpkin stamps because we should use them more than just for the kit. And what's the sense in them just being stored? So for this, what I did is I'm just stamping 3 along each side. And like I said, Apricot Appeal and pale papaya. And I'll be doing this in blues and purples, coordinating. So that one's done. Next, I'll be taking my flower and I'm going to go here. I wanted like 3 of those. We'll see. I've got this little flower. It's got lines on it. Maybe do one there, and now I realize I do have room to bring in this flower, which I'm going to do since I've done it the way I have. All right, so I'm just going to turn this one over. Let's get that in the simple. I cut my thumb earlier. We're going to bring one there, there, and maybe a wee bit there. I have this little teeny tiny one that doesn't want to stick to my block quite a bit. And that is going in the center of all of that. And I'm quite happy with that. So that's one. That is what we're working for. So we're going to do a couple more. You don't got to watch me do all of these. So I'm going to stamp there, there, turn it over, do the other one, there, to bring in this flower, and the wee little one goes in the middle of all of the greenery. So that is what I'll be doing to all of them. I'm not going to run through all my Stamp-A-Stack, but you get your cardstock prepped and you just start stamping. And these, first I stamped the 6 images, 3 on each side, and then I'll go back with each one. So let's close up the pale papaya and set our 2 that we've done and bring in our early espresso and our second largest Stitch So Sweetly dies and the Easter Bunny, the darling little bunny. So we're going to stamp a couple of these out. And I don't want them all the way at the bottom because I'll show you. I put some green down here and I liked that idea. Where's the stamp of, there we go. I'm like, they're hiding. I want to let this sit for a minute before I go using my blends on it. So let's get a few more out and get them stamped. So tap the bunny. All right, that gives us 4. I should have used my Stamparatus, but for this video, I'm not going to. I'm going to close up my early espresso. And since we have 4 done, look at this sweet little one. This was all done with sponging. I did this in a previous video. This was an extra one, and that will definitely go on a card base I have here. Save me some time. So let's get, oh, where is my, I had a scratch piece of paper. I'll show you how I did the borders. So this stitch line, I put my scrap piece of paper right on the inside of the line. And I'm taking my dark pale papaya because I just think this added so much to it. And I don't want to go over the stitching. So I took it. Right there. And I'm going to simply swipe. Turn. Now I'm going to do the top. There we have it. And this side. Okay, let's do the rest here quickly, hopefully. 1. Looks like I missed a little there and right there. So just gonna go alongside of it, swipe, swipe, turn it, and do it all again on all 4 sides. There we have those. That's 2. Like I said, for this video purpose, I'm just going to show you how I quickly go through 4. Just bring that right along the edge. That's why we're masking off. We don't need to tape it down. I love this brush tip. It makes it easy. And yes, I have 200 of these to do. What did I get myself into? And not a whole lot of time to do them. Well, I do. I have until like April 5th to do them. So I'll have them all ready by then. And just little old me. Can you see what I'm doing here? Let's see. Bring my camera down. Swipe, swipe. And swipe. Okay, so that is our dark pale papaya around the ends. Now we're going to, let's see, our mint macaron. I wish we had a pear pizzazz, but I'm going to take the dark and I'm going right underneath our bunny, making an edge on all four. Don't have to be real careful, just definitely don't want to color on top of each other because blends do bleed through, being alcohol markers that they are. This is just going to give it a little bit of depth. So that's our dark. And then I'm going to take our light and just color all that in. And what I'm doing is I'm doing a color for my Stampa stack because I have so many. I'm doing them in color sections. So I'm taking this group of pale papaya that is using the Paper Blooms DSP, which, oh my goodness, that free DSP has come in so handy doing this. Yesterday I prepped and I cut, I didn't have quite enough Paper Blooms. I have other DSP in there for my Stampa stack, but I cut and I die cut 200 large Stitch So Sweetly rectangles. Yes, I did. And then I still have quite a few of the basic white to go. So next we're going to color in our little bunny. So let's see. Line them up like so. So taking the light pale papaya, I am coloring all of him in. And the reason why I'm choosing the pale papaya is because it looked so great. I started with petal pink and it didn't quite look good, so I went over it with the pale papaya and I was just simply amazed at how well it went with the apricot appeal, which, like I said, I love using my retired products when I do large things like this for my community. It makes me feel like my paper wasn't all in waste. So there's one. Now you noticed, oh, I missed his little feet. I am not doing the shaded areas from the artist sketching. That is going to be done in the dark pale papaya. So, and I'm not being super careful here. I am just giving it a tight little bit of color. I wonder why my light is flickering dark and light here on this. I just saw that happen. Sorry, lost my concentration. Oh, I'm telling you, I'm not doing, you know, being like super meticulous. The blends are so forgiving. And a little bit on the feet. And these are me doing a donation, yes, of 200 Instacards. So, but I want them to be just as sweet as possible. And I love the idea that they're not all, I cannot bring myself to do large sections of the same card. Just can't. I don't do it at Christmas time when I do cards for them at Christmas. I do them like in 50 lot sections and I change them up. And that's basically how this is also. You know, I just went into my retired drawer of cardstock and started pulling colors which I thought were, you know, in the, I wouldn't say necessarily soft subtles, but pastel-y looking Eastery colors. And then I went to my container of retired DSP and pulled out everything I could that I thought might go. So that is the light. Let's bring in the dark. Now the dark, you can see this, just like so. And I'm not going to go over again and blend any more than what this is. I think it looks really cute. Just kind of squiggle it around. Do around the nose, little in the hair. So there is bunny number one. He is all done. And then we'll put them together. So let's see. The brush tip makes this so nice. There's bunny number two is done. And a little bit down here. Swipe with the brush tip. My grandson is so excited. I'll show you. We covered our bingo daubers that I bought at the dollar store with just some scratch DSP I had. And at first he said he wanted the green one, and then he changed his mind. So I have to break out my label maker, which I keep in a box with all its tape, and relabel his. I'm like, oh, okay. So, because they do provide some people bring their own, and he always wanted his own, so went to the dollar store, picked up 3 bingo daubers, and taking them tonight. So there we have it. May the luck of the Irish be with us tonight. As I do have Irish in me. So there is, oops, this one right here. Those are our bunnies. Now, there's our 4 bunnies. Oh, I only did 2 cards though. Sorry. Okay, we'll take 2 away. And I'll use those next. Next, we're going to glue those on some card bases. Our card base. Now, this is where these... I was surprised. So let's do one with these. This is the paper blooms. And we'll do one with the green. Show you a little bit different. So we're going to glue these down. Get my glue bottle. Glue these together. And I would, doing a Stamp-A-Stack, I would glue all of these to the other Stitch So Sweetly die. And then I would glue them on the card base. So, like so. And I'll be doing this for days. So I'll probably show you another Stamp-A-Stack with another color. Maybe I'll pick another, maybe I'll get into my paper pumpkin stamps and find something in there to use for the background. But now when I opened my Thoughtful Blooms case, I already had these little bits of flowers punched, and I thought, oh my gosh, those are so sweet in the little hands. So then I thought, okay, I need some greenery. So I took my sprig punch, and I need some quick scissors here. And I just punched some cheap DSP. And we are going to glue these down. Just a spick of glue right there. And another one going out the other side. Let's see. Following the lines of his hands, or his little paws, you would say. There's that one and this one. And like I said, I know I'm doing 200, but I want them to be as sweet and as darling as anything else. So there we have it, a little bit of glue in the center. A little bit of glue to hold that down. And then for the center of these, you could do the pearls. You could even do the classic matte dots. But I want it to sparkle, so we're doing some bling. I've got to open this up to do that. And I think we'll do a medium one. Oh, I just found my Stitch So Sweetly die I was looking for earlier. Just, oh, maybe a larger one. It seems like it needs a bigger one for the center of this. Oh, that one's much better sized. But we're going to be using quite a bit of these. So there you have my card. Now these are, of course, like so, but that is what I am making. And I hope you enjoyed this quick video showing you how to prep for a Stamp-A-Stack. And of course I didn't show you, but I showed you my products and how I did it. It gives you an idea. And I'm going to sit here and keep going. So happy crafting out there, YouTube. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye now.